Hi, everybody jumping on. I'm just going to turn my volume up. Hopefully it's up. Yes, it is. It's fine. I did come on live last night. So for those, oh, what time is it? It's about like 7:30 for you guys if you're in the US. Um, yeah, I did come on last night. So you may have caught me live last night. I know some of you definitely did. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to jump online. Okay, I'm going to do some shuffling. Okay. Um, and we'll see what comes through today. I've got face to camera, so I will pull the cards up as I'm doing your reading for you. Hi Barker, hi Nandini, Amen, Jibus in Tarot, Jibus in Tarot, Namira. I don't need my glasses on when the video is this far away. It's quite easy to use. Noxie, Marissa, Stella, Amen. Okay, we're going to wait for a few more people. I'm going to do a collective. And then hopefully we'll do some channeling as far as, if you have anyone that is passed, thank you. If you have anyone that is passed over in spirit, my gift, I want to say, and this has happened quite recently. I mean, as you know, if a few of you do know that I can channel spirit, like I have done in the past. But quite recently, they've actually been more enthusiastic, would be a word maybe to use, about actually coming in, okay, which is really cool. So I welcome them in, okay, I do welcome them in to come and speak to you. If you have someone that's passed over, let me know, specifically their name, so I can call them in as well, and then we can go from there. If I do feel anyone around though, I will say I've got somebody's here, or I feel someone's here with this male or female energy. I can usually sense. If there's a noise in the background, which there is, it is my fan. I have it on because it is a little bit warm. And I know that if I switch it off, I'm just going to get overheated, so sorry about that. Hi Stella, I'm good, thank you. Kritika Anshita Shristava. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. Hey Rory, how are you? Okay, we're going to do a quick collective. I did come on last night, I did a collective, and for those of you who are here, you've heard that. If you were not on the live last night, go back and have a look at yesterday's live, last night's live, because I feel someone's here from the UK. Hi UK. Because we did the new moon special, new moon in Cancer, and all the signs, and that is at the beginning of that video. I'm not going to go put timestamps on. It was only 20 minutes, and each sign had about 2 minutes. Okay, so go back and check that out. There's lots of astrologers online as well, amazing astrologers, and my go-to channels are below. So if you'd like to know what I watch as far as other readers and astrology, it's in the description. Okay. Let's have a look and see what's here for today's energy for those watching, okay? All right. We'll pull some cards out. All right. Now, I do feel this is for a specific person that has gone through a very difficult breakup. And just know that you cannot hold on anymore. Now, obviously, this is a collective and this is for everybody. So if that isn't specific to you, it doesn't mean to say it's not your reading. It just means the cards are going to be shown in a different sense. Some of you may be hanging on to a job, hanging on to a situation, hanging on to a location, a place you live, hanging on to a friend, hanging on to a family member. And it's just not working. Like some people come in our life for a season and not for a lifetime. And the acceptance of that sometimes is quite hard. So if it's not a breakup, and if that's not your story, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. We also have the Eight of Cups, which was the one on the split, I'm pretty sure. And that is like, now it's about processing, healing, and going through that. That can be just as or more so difficult and painful than the actual what happened itself. Okay. Some of you could have found out that someone wasn't being completely honest with you, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a lover, but it can be like a family member or a friend that you thought you could trust. So there is some things possibly coming to light with this new moon, especially if you haven't completely released or accepted or surrendered the fact that someone's not supposed to be in your life, or you're not supposed to be in that particular job. Okay. Okay. Three of Pentacles. If that is your story, that is a new contract with a new person, with a new workplace, with a new environment. I can relate to this hugely because back in November, I was in an apartment that I really enjoyed being in. I mean, there was a lot of healing there. It was actually the number 26, which breaks down to an 8. I'm not there anymore, but I knew I had to leave. Okay, and I knew something bigger and better was coming because I had complete faith as well that there was. So whatever is leaving you, whether you're initiating the change, somebody else's, or the universe is just going, well, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. That person, that's like, then it's for your greater good. It's definitely for your greater good because there's a new soul contract with somebody or something. Okay. But you may be feeling up in your head right now about this and not quite sure what sort of decisions to make. You could be like feeling quite pessimistic and down. It could even be making you physically sick as well. So just be very careful of your energy. Make sure that you are protecting your energy. When I come on here, somebody's seeing 444 a lot. I'm seeing it and I've just seen it again, okay, on my power bank. So something's going on with 4s, and just know that if you're seeing a lot of 4s, that is angels really protecting you, okay? Okay. Hey Chanley, how are you? Okay, we've got a crazy on here. I'm just going to delete this person. Hold on. Why is it that I always come in the nighttime and then I get nutters on here? Okay. So I send that person off with peace and love and light, but you know, really. So what else do we have here, Spirit? What else does the collective need to know? It's really important to keep your mental positive, right? Your thoughts high. 8 of Cups, like I said, there's a real need to completely process some sort of healing that you need to recognize, acknowledge, and complete, okay? You know, this is my story too. I like to try and practice what I preach. You know, that's the saying, obviously. And I know the healing journey is hard, and it is like different as well, a different process for everybody, like a different way of doing it. And I keep saying, when this is me procrastinating, I keep saying I'm going to do a healing video, and I am, but it's just not the right time for me to do that. But there's lots of healing videos out there. So like if you want to know how to heal or what the best, you know, way to start healing or releasing somebody, here we go. We've got another nutcase on here. So let me just get rid of this person. Every time I'm on live on nighttime, this is what happens to me. Okay. All right. What else? Oh, that one really wanted to come out. 6 of Wands. Just know that you will be very successful in processing whatever you are losing, okay, right now. And if that's not your story, that's just not your story for today, okay? But we do collectives every day. I will be on tomorrow night or tonight. If you are in the US and it's AM there, I'll be on again tonight, okay? So if you can't make it now, you can possibly go on tonight. All right, so I know there's a list somewhere, or maybe there's not. A lot of my moderators make lists. Stella, you are first, as usual. You must sit on your phone, lovely, okay? Marissa, Stella, Noxie, and Jeebus. I'll see how long I want to be on here for. I'll know when the time is that I need to leave. It will not be longer than 2 hours, but it may be less, okay? If you are on live now, you will be on a list. It doesn't mean to say I'll get to you, but if you want to donate, you can do so, and it's in the description below. It's just $5 US. It's a cup of coffee. If you want to do that, you will be next or first. Okay, Barker, hi. I'm just writing a few names down so far. I'm not writing everybody's names, okay? Let's see, here we go, another one. Yeah, you've got problems, mate. The thing is, they think it's going to affect me, but it doesn't. I just delete them. That's like the easy fix, right? It doesn't affect me at all. All right, Stella, post your question. I'm going to use some oracles today as well. I may use some of these tarot. Stella, if you have anyone in spirit that you want to try and bring in, or you want me to try and ask to come in, I can do that for you. So hi. What with the trolls? Yeah, it's this time of day, Redbeard. Always nighttime. Always. I usually get about 10 that I delete. Well, at least they won't come on my channel again, I suppose. Waiting for Stella. Stella, where are you? I will continue with the list if the person is not online. If they're not here, they'll have to go at the end. Hi Cherry, how are you? They'll have to go at the end of the list, which I probably won't get to. So, hi Dream versus Martin. Unusual tarot, unusual YouTube name. Like it, I like it. Very original. Okay, Stella's not here. Marissa, you are next. We've got Noxie as well. I've got 12 people online. Somebody better start talking to me. Okay, I do channel through my, well, it's not actually clear quartz. I did have a clear quartz which I broke. When you break a crystal, guys, throw it away, okay? It's spirit trying to say, you know, you've pulled enough energy out of it. So I bought a new one. I actually bought this with this obsidian, which is amazing. Obsidian's really good for cleansing the room, cleansing energy, making sure that no negative energy comes through. I'm also hearing spirit, my guides say, don't forget to tell everybody to listen to 463 Hertz. Okay, so I watched a YouTube video. I download videos because I've got like YouTube Studio, which is brilliant, by the way. YouTube, shout out to YouTube Studio. It's only $20 a month, and it's so good because you can just unlimited downloads and whatever. Obviously, it's over your data, but yeah. 463 Hertz. So if you want to open that pineal gland and your crown chakra and get closer to spirit. So that was a message for me to do, seeing as I've just started to channel a lot more than I used to. Noxie, just hold on, please. Okay, Noxie, post a question. Hi Max, how are you? Okay, Noxie, post your question. Hi Amia, Nandini. Noxie, Nandini, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer because I do have, okay, I just got a prick on my finger. Something pricked my finger. I thought it was actually the cord from the power bank, but it wasn't. Somebody's got a finger or problem with their finger. They may have a sore on their finger. It's nothing to worry about, I'm hearing. Okay, someone could be getting stung by a bee as well. All right. Noxie, how can I better deepen connect to my spirituality? I just talked about 463 Hertz, so start like maybe play that as you're sleeping. I just downloaded an hour and 11-minute one. You know, there's 9-10 hour ones. I don't need that. I don't need that long to fall asleep, but you know, that hour would be, you know, really good for you. Meditation, always. Ask your guides to come in, ask them to come and talk to you. Okay, that's the best way to connect with them. Tell them you're open for messages and signs and synchronicities. Thank you, Namina. I just Googled that. Okay. Did you literally just Google that or Googled it because I told you about it? Tell me, okay. How can I better deepen my spirituality? Does anyone close past have? Okay. Do you have anyone that's close to you that has passed? Oh, you don't have anyone. Okay, if you don't have anyone specific, we'll ask for ancestor messages, okay? If you don't have like a mother, father, grandmother figure that you were close to, or a brother, a sister, a child, whatever, that you were super close to, that's okay. You're lucky, okay, that you haven't. All right, because I mentioned. Okay, let's have a look and see what messages. Okay, well, from your ancestors, they're saying you're moving in the right direction, okay? You're definitely having positive movement forward. And this could be to do with, I mean, the month of August could be significant. It is the 8. You're doing well in your healing journey. So possibly you have really been quite pensive or nostalgic, or you are that way anyway. I'm getting strong Pisces. I don't know if you're a Pisces. You possibly have it in your chart, but you're doing well with your healing, they're saying. And also, you know, you're moving in the right direction. Noxie, okay. What else do we have? Right. You need to work on your patience. It's really, an 8 is on the screen as well. An 8 is on the screen. Wow. Okay. So we have 2 2s. So 2 2, you could be seeing 2 2s. 2s can be about choices and decisions. There may be something coming up that you're just needing to be patient, basically. You want things to happen. We live in a world of instant gratification where we have everything at our fingertips. We expect everything. We have our food delivered. Well, I don't, but we have our food delivered to us. We have constant data on hand. We have constant information. We're bombarded with it. There's something here that you need to be patient for. Some things we have to wait for because things don't line up when they're supposed to. We want them to line up, or you're wanting something to line up a lot faster, okay, than it is doing. And Spirit's saying you have to have more patience. Like, you can't just expect things to just fall into your lap when you want it. Noxie, and this could be causing you some annoyance in the mental frame, okay? So use that 463 hertz to connect with your angels. Use that on a conscious meditation or subconscious when you're sleeping. But ask for your angels to bring you dreams, ask them to bring you signs, but you need to practice patience, okay? So whatever you're waiting for, things are moving forward and they're moving exactly the way they're supposed to, but you need to be more patient. Going round and round with something in your head is not going to make it happen quicker, okay? And just be careful with your manifestation because we've just had this new moon. The energy is right there for the next 3 days, 3 days before and 3 days after, okay? You've got, okay, this came out like this. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, 1818 time. Wheel of Fortune talks about like you're ready. Your heart's open, you're ready to receive. But it came out like this. I'm not sure whether you feel you're worthy of receiving something, and Spirit wants you to change that mindset around because you are, okay? Yes, it's been quite slow trying to focus more on mindfulness. I am a perfectionist at clearing my mental, okay? But it took years to do it, okay? It took years to train your brain. You can train your brain to do anything, okay? Because we only use about, well, it depends who you are, but you're supposed to only use about 5% of the facility that you have there. So it's really important that you train your brain to empty, to be up, to be open and not be cluttered with things that you shouldn't be worrying about. Yes, I know, easier said than done. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. That is Jupiter. It's here. It's right now. It's here and will be for the next 12 months, giving us excitement, joy, fulfillment. So what's coming in for you? All right, what's coming in for you? Jeebus is next. So Jeebus, get ready with your question. Hi, Chanli, lovely. How are you? Okay, so we've got moving on. The number 6. You have 2, 2, 8, 6, even numbers. Very nice. Balance, healing, choices and decisions. Patience required for this new thing to come in. Okay, I'm going to clarify the moving on card in a second. I'll clarify that in a second. What else do we have here? Memories, nostalgic, what did I say? Okay, memories of love, someone from the past, possibly memories of family, memories of someone you knew. Maybe that's playing on your mind, or that's someone coming in. Something could also be returning or coming back from the past. You may be able to have a second chance with something, a second chance at doing something like even study. Perhaps you feel I'm picking up that you feel that you're possibly not in the right career, or you'd like to learn something, so it'd be a really, really good time for you to do so. Okay, but you're moving like you've got that clock in your hand, mate. You've got that clock in your hand. It's right under the waiting, the time, the sands of time energy. Spirit's also saying not to wait and you need to action, okay? Even baby steps. I think you want to move on to the next level of your spirituality, of your life, of whatever's going on. And Jupiter's there to support that, but you need to make the first step, okay? Instead of waiting for something to come in, I'm hearing you need to sort of act, all right? Perhaps you want to go back to something in the past in regards to your career here. Let's just clarify with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, okay? I've got 2 of these decks. I usually just put camera to cards. I haven't used that saying before. It's quite cool. So let's have a look. Why is the moving on here? Why do you want to go to the next stage, but you just, there's a feeling like you can't, or you're too impatient with something? Yeah, you're fighting something here. You're blocking something. There's a need to cleanse your energy. You know what, if something's not working, maybe it's just not working. And you just need to move away from it. Okay? You can't wait for a person or a situation to change. If it's not going to change, and if it keeps not wanting to change, then it's not going to change. So you just need to say, I'm done with that. It's not required, and move on, okay? You are a holy soul. Well, thank you very much, Max. Okay. You have a lot of love to give. You have a lot of love for something or someone, or, you need to delve within here and find that love and passion that you have for whatever it is you want to do. And you will be successful, okay? Because the Wheel of Fortune is here. And it is supporting you. If it's finances, there's a lack of mentality around material that you need to change your mindset. You need to make the right choices in how you process information and what you tell yourself, Noxie, that you can and cannot do, okay? Thank you. Max, thank you. Yeah, 10 of Wands, put it down. I could talk about this for quite a long time. I'm not going to pull out any more cards because we can just get carried away, and there's other people waiting. Jeebus is next. But we've got the 10 of Wands here, which is like saying you're either wasting time on something you shouldn't be wasting time, and that can be sitting and scrolling too, okay? You're worried about finances possibly. You just need to do what you love and that you are passionate about, okay? You're thinking about too much of what you don't have, Noxie. That's why it doesn't change. You are what you think, okay? So it's about, if you can't think any differently, then empty the mind of the original thought, and just, that's that, okay? Leave your mind blank is better than being worried about money or I don't have, because that's just going to keep telling the universe, oh, that's what she doesn't have, so we must just give her more of it, okay? Okay, Jeebus is next. Let's have a look and see. I'm going to use some Sacred Traveler decks as well. I'm trying to find... Hi, M. Grace, how are you? What is coming for me in July? I'm looking for a job, anything on that front. Jeebus, let me know you're there. And also, Jeebus, let me know if there's anyone that has passed over that you would like to connect with. Okay, I'm just trying to look. Okay. Let me know that as well, because I can hopefully bring them in if they want to come in. Okay, if they want to come in. I'm sorry, Amaya, you'll have to come on tonight. If you're in the US, I'm on again tonight. Okay, Jeebus, let me know if there's anyone that you want to connect with. Otherwise, oh, do you like my little ponytail? It's super small. Not immediately, but if they come in, I'm open. I'm not doing if they come in. I would have to call them in at this stage, okay? Thanks, Chanley. Okay, let's have a look at your job. Unless it's a specific person or if they fancy coming in on their own. All right. Where's my stone? I get frantic when I'm looking for my stone and I can't find it. Okay, let's have a look. Chanley, she's probably got to go to sleep. If she's in, she's in Dubai. Well, it's 8 hours behind. 4 or 5 hours. She's probably on a lunch break or something. Okay. Let's look at recent past in regards to your career. I'm just going to pull a couple of the Sacred Traveler Oracle out to see what's here. Are you doing what you love to do? Are you just doing it for money, or are you just doing something because you need to get a paycheck right now? Are you following your passions? I'm not sure you are. Maybe you feel something's a long way off, or you can't follow your passions because of finances, or like it would take too long to do, or it would, like, especially if it's study, or you just can't financially do it. Okay, I know you don't have a job, but are you looking in the right places? Like, are you wanting to do something just for the sake of, like I said, getting a paycheck, or are you following your dreams? So Spirit really here wants to ask you to think about that, what I've just said, okay? Really have a think about what you see yourself doing, because we spend a lot of time in our career, right? I'm very, very lucky with my primary job that I really enjoy it. I wouldn't say I love it. It's very much of a social thing for me as well, because I'm around a lot of people and a lot of friends at work, okay? So it's different for everyone. I think Spirit's trying to tell you here, you can work and you can start your business as well. Or you can at least start steps towards that, okay? Hey, Dollface, how are you? Haven't seen you for a long time. Okay, let's have a look and see what's here. Otherwise, I'm looking for what I like. Oh, good. I'm glad you're looking for what you like. But if you've got ideas about a business, Spirit says to follow that dream, follow that thing that you love and are passionate about. And you don't have to wait for money. You can do lots of things towards that right now, okay? So there is a celebration coming up. 3 of Cups. Beautiful. So I think it's a yes. I think you're going to get a job very soon. Have a look at your sun and rising as far as like where that sits with Jupiter, or where Jupiter sits in that for you for the next 12 months. That's 100% yes. The Hierophant does talk about work and changes within your work. There is possibly a masculine water sign that is going to give you your job, or offer you a job, okay? This could be your energy too, whether you're masculine or feminine, Jeeves. I think you're female. I'm picking up that you're female, or you have a lot of feminine energy if you're not, okay? Look at this, you're going to be working hard, head down, bum up, working hard, and someone's really going to be watching you and admiring you for the work that you're doing, okay? So I do feel this is you. You're going to like what you do, okay? You're here at work. You're very intuitive. You just said you're male, but you've got a lot of your intuition is very high. It's very good with people, and it's very connected to spirit. So keep working on that, especially with the spiritual side of things, okay? All right. Yep. So August is very prevalent here. I don't know if you'll wait till August. Maybe you get the job in the next couple of weeks, but you start in August. So August is very highlighted here, okay? That was your reading. That was it. Thank you, Max. They're nice words from you. Okay, so who is next? We've got Armen is next. I've only done 2 readings, Noxie and Jeeba. Stella wasn't here. Marissa wasn't here. We've got Armen who's next, then Nandini. So Nandini, or no one post your questions, okay, until I call your name. Your name is already in the chat, so I'll just say you're here and then I'll put you on the list if we've got time. If you want to donate to me next, you can do so. My PayPal is below, and that's my only form of payment. I'm looking for you. Nandini, you are after Armen, if Armen's there, otherwise you're next. I am Damini, but I've got a list, okay? What's the person's first name, Nandini? I know it's SA, but just give me a name. And also, if you've got anyone that's passed over in spirit, I'm seeing like a dog. I don't know if there's a dog around you right now, if there's a dog that passed. It's like a small chocolate little sausage dog thing. That's what I'm seeing this dog as. Okay. I don't know, Darmini, probably about 10. Okay. Oh, and Chanley said 10 at the same time. Thank you, Chanley. Nandini. Well, first of all, I'm pulling out 3 oracle cards for you, okay? This is just your energy right now. There's a need here to really get outside your comfort zone. I've seen your question, but I didn't get a first name, but we'll just leave it at that, okay? So SA, what's his connection? You've been thinking about him, an old work colleague. I've got the question, but I'm bringing some oracle messages first. There's something that you want to do. Now, it can be towards this person. If you've been thinking about contacting them, Spirit's saying you need to contact them, okay? And you may be a bit dubious about doing that, but Spirit's saying to do that. There's a need here to be in touch with Spirit more. Now, it's okay to pray and ask for things, but when we get them, it's also good to be grateful. And I do both, okay? I ask for Spirit to help me with certain things, but I also show gratitude as well every day. So, and there's also something here about really needing to enjoy your life. Really enjoy your life, okay, Nandini? But if you're wanting to contact this person, I would take a step to contacting them. There's something here about really getting out of your comfort zone. You really need to expand your horizons a lot more, okay? Right now and moving forward. So making new friendships. If you don't I don't have a lot of friends, but I don't want or need a lot of friends. Some people do like a big social circle. There's something possibly about love here and needing to, especially if you're single, just enjoy being single right now because you will have a person. I'm also getting James or Graham, the name. I don't know if you know James, Graham, alive or past, okay? Just sit on that. If you don't know those people, you can just take those names. Let's have a look and see. To take the first step towards this person possibly, or a need to, okay. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. We are talking about this person. So what Spirit's showing me here is there's possibly a doorway open. And the reason why you're dreaming about them or thinking about them is because if you can contact them and you know where they are, well, they may resonate in the near future. There's a need possibly here to contact them, okay? Or even on social media. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles. It's like Spirit is saying, we're showing you, you need to get in touch with this person for whatever reason. Maybe they're in town, maybe they moved away, maybe they're in town and you can go out and have lunch with them or whatever, okay? But there may be a reason. So let's see what reason this is. To expand your horizons. You're alone way too much. And it's good to be alone. It is good to be alone, but being alone too much is not good, okay? What is going on with this person? You're manifesting them in. You know, you may even hear from them before you even contact them. They may be thinking about you too. Okay. Ooh. Were you attracted to this person? I just want to say, were you attracted to this person? You got the Ace of Cups. You may be trying to manifest, or there's love coming in. Now, I'm not going to say that if you contact this person, it's going to turn into a relationship. Maybe Spirit is showing you you need to, especially if they're of the opposite sex, somebody that you weren't like attracted to at all. Spirit is saying there's new love, or there's definitely love coming in, okay? Whether it's this person or somebody else, all right? Scorpio, Gemini, double Virgo, yeah, triple Virgo. We've got Scorpio. We also have Capricorn or Taurus here. Oh, strong Capricorn energy. Were they a Capricorn? Do you know if they are? I think that you've, Spirit saying devoted a lot of your time to your career, your finances, your personal, like your growth, but not necessarily what you should be. So, which is your spiritual growth and bringing love and relationship into your life. I do feel there's an offer coming in or new love coming in towards you. You can manifest this person in, right? If you don't want to get in touch with them, they could even come in towards you anyway, all right? So that's your choice to make, if you want to like get in touch with them or not. I'm just saying, procrastination is okay for a short time, but if it becomes a habit and you don't do what you want to do, or don't, you know, bring in love or bring in, you know, you will not be successful. There's no success coming in if that happens. So there's a really strong need here for you to find sanctuary, not just being alone, but in your spiritual source, so that you can break free of any sort of negative feelings or attachments that you have to wanting stuff or wanting to do stuff but not actually actioning it, okay? So that's really important here. Yeah, January is significant there, but you know, it's up to you in the end, right? If you want to contact them and get in touch with them, see what happens. But yeah, I mean, that is that. We have Barker next. Armen didn't show, Stella didn't show, Marissa didn't show. This is not going to be a very long live if all these people are not going to be here. Barker, we've got Namira, Barker, Namira, Kritika, Ashinta, do I need any cleansing? Needed. You always need cleansing. I need cleansing every day, all day, like all the time. Protect your energy. There's too much crazy people around, negative energy, okay? So everyone needs to cleanse themselves constantly, okay? Now, all right, I'm going to keep calling out names, because if I don't get many people on, and I don't like coming on at this time of day, I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you, because this is what happens, okay? I get loads of people just sitting there and for whatever reason don't want to talk, okay? Chanley, post your question. Okay. Chanley, and if there's anyone, Chanley, that you want to connect with on a spiritual level, let me know. All right. Namira, thank you. Okay, Namira, well, you need to let me know. All right. So Namira, you can be next. Chanley. Oh, Chanley, you want Namira to post? Okay, Namira, post your question. Namira. Namira needs to talk to me. Okay, we'll have a look at July in a second. Thank you, beautiful tarot. I did do Namira first, so I'll go to Namira first because I'm getting messages. Namira, do you have a sibling that passed over? You can just let me know if you did, or if there's anyone that you do want to connect with in spirit. Just let me know, because I see like a male. It could be a brother, or it could just be a friend that you've known. Okay. Let me know, Namira. Okay. July, you have the World. Beautiful card to start off with. And this is right in your energy. The World. The World brings, it's the last card in the Major Arcana. It is a successful cycle that is also completing. And of course, with an end comes the beginning. So there's a lot of new opportunity here, possibly for travel. Okay. Your two brothers. Have they both passed, Namira? Picking up a name called, I'm picking up Stephen, all right? And I don't know, it may not be one of their names. I'm picking up that name very strongly. Okay. I'm seeing him as Caucasian, okay? Okay, did they both do this at the same time? And is one of them called Stephen? Let me know. I'm going to continue with your reading, and then if they want to come in, or one of them does, they will talk to you. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you're a mother, or your mother is around you, or is your mother passed? I have like a family vibe here for the month of July, which is really, really nice. And this is also like putting yourself first. You may do something like aesthetically, like with your makeup, your hair. You may start a healthy eating plan. You may go on like a diet. You may want to lose weight, put on weight, whatever, however that fits you, okay? That's terrible. Okay, so you may have been thinking a lot about her. I'm also hearing Alina. I don't know if that may connect with your mother, or a friend, or you have a friend. Helena. I'm also getting like Sandy or Sandra. There's a whole family unit going on here. Obviously, you've got a few people. Obviously, you have a few people on the other side here. Okay, you're thinking possibly about a lot about your mother. She's possibly, she could have had a birthday. She could be a Taurus or a Libra. She could have had a birthday that's just passed. We're looking at July, but I've got all this distraction around me. Okay, I've got a bit of a distraction here. Okay, Namira. Namira, what's here for Namira? There was a lot of music in your house. I feel that like you're oh well. This is crazy. Because I've got spirit that's going, yeah, but we want to talk. Okay, mother and father here, emperor and empress. Just know that your mother and father want the best for you, and they want to bring a new beginning in for you and a complete closure of what has happened. And even though you have already done, I feel, a lot of healing, that there is a lot more to still do, and they're with you to support you in that, but they want you to embrace life, basically, and the opportunities that it brings, all right? I'm hearing the name Kevin. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. We got Stephen. I don't know if you didn't tell me whether Stephen was connected to your family. All right, well, who else do we have here? I wouldn't be surprised if we got kings or knights coming out here. They want you to have some sort of rebirth. They want you to start again with something. They want you to know, because you could have asked this question a lot, is there life after death? And there is. And this is your confirmation. If you've asked yourself that many, many times, then there is. Okay? And there is angels. You've seen your, if you've seen spirit, it's your mother mainly that would visit you, okay? And there's so much, I feel that you've lost 5 people, not just 4. I think there's another person as well, and I feel it's a female. But they want you to move on, whoever they are. They are a group of people here now, but they're not in, so they can be, they're on the external. Last night I got a couple like in my house, which was fine because they were benevolent. It's all good. And just know that your mother is around, okay? And they really want you to be happy with a person. Like if you're already coupled, I don't feel that you're fully happy because of the tragedy that's become you and your family. But they want you to really focus on love, especially if you're single, to find that person out there that will love and care for you, okay? And if you're with someone now, like I said, like if you're in a connection already, there's a need to focus more on that relationship, okay? But they are here, they are with you, okay? You didn't let me know, Beautiful Tarot is next. You didn't let me know whether Stephen was, I really love feedback because I don't do live, I never used to do live channeling. And I've been drawn to do this now, okay? And I'm enjoying it, and I hope that it's bringing a lot of healing to the people that I'm bringing the messages in for. So, Namira, your mother and father want you to really think about romance in your life, okay? And think about love, because you do have a lot of love to give and you are worthy of it, okay? So don't let what happened... Okay, so the reason why you do not find love or do not source love is because you're afraid of losing them, okay? Like you've lost so many people, so you can't live like that, all right? Wowza. Thank you, Spirit, for coming through for Namira. Beautiful Tarot is next. Let's see what we have for you, my dear. I don't remember names, but I feel what you're saying. You can go back on this video, okay, once it's aired and everything. You can always go back to this video. My videos don't go offline. They're all on the live section of my channel, on my lives, okay? I had a meeting with HR now. I've asked to be moved from Jordan's group. It has to be moved from Jordan's group. I told her. Okay. So how did they feel about this, and how did they feel about you speaking up and asking to be moved to a different group? Okay. Thank you, Namira. I hope that made sense to you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, look at this. The first card is the 10 of Wands. It's too much for you. It's too much emotionally. It's too much whatever's been going on, however he's treating you, or however the energy is between you guys, it is too much. Spirit just said spoke out, so I feel that they're happy that you spoke out. I mean, that's what the people and culture team is for, right, at work, where you're able to say, you know, I'm not happy with this, that, and the third, right? Lucky we have that in Western society. Not sure they have it in a lot of other countries in the world, but especially if you are in you know, Western society. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, let's have a look. Wow, the star. Aquarius. Things are going to balance out for you now you've done this, okay? You've released, you have acknowledged your need to surrender from being in this person's energy. It doesn't matter whether you voiced it to these people and what they think or what they think about you or what they think about it. That doesn't matter. What matters is you've spoken it out and you've released it, and now things are going to be able to come into you. Everything you wanted to come in is going to be sort of like no block. It's like the worst. Hi, Stefani. The worst is sort of like over there now with that, because you have spoken. And that's what Spirit was saying before to me, like spoke out or spoken up. Because you've spoken up, and like it doesn't matter what these people think about you. Work, colleagues, people will go in and out of your life all your life. You have to put yourself number one first right now in this stage, right? There's a lot more coming in because of this Nine of Pentacles. And you know what? In some sort of way, it's made you feel like some sort of self-empowerment. You go girl, okay? So we have Sagittarius and the Ace of Cups. You're going to find new friendships in a different group, in a different area of work. And there's going to be like, you know, after a 10 comes an ace. A lot of the time in the tarot when I'm doing it, it always comes out. And there it is, okay? Perhaps it's a Sagittarius in the group. Maybe you're Sagittarius, but I don't know. This is a lot more balance. Within your emotions, emotionally, you're able to put that aside or put that down now and focus more on the actual job at hand that you're going to get paid for, right? So, and then there's something about, it's like you feel like you'll be earning what you're doing and not just going to work, and it's like an emotional drain. So yeah, well done. And yeah, that's pretty much it really for this. Yeah, look at that. So self-empowerment, the Empress, putting yourself first. Vindication, I'm hearing you'll be vindicated. I feel that he's going to be spoken to. Okay, now I don't know why, and I don't know if this is like, I don't know what happened exactly between you guys. I don't think you've told me like everything, which is fine. You don't have to, but there's a tail, but I'm seeing a dog with its tail between its legs, but that's him. Okay, so there's some sort of like, did I do that to someone? You're asking the question, so we're going to have a look. Stop worrying about this, okay? You got the King of Wands, and this is one of these masculines. I don't know if you're a Virgo, but there's this sense of you're not happy unless you're worried about something. I'm sorry, but that's the energy I'm picking up, okay? Don't worry about it, what they think. It doesn't matter. You've got Jupiter here in your life right now. Worrying about this is it's going to emotionally confuse you. What would you do with the information if they thought she's a crazy? I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that you are. What I'm saying is, what does it matter what they think? If they think you're crazy or they think, oh, she's complaining, what does that going to do then to your mind and your emotions? The fact that you spoke out is the most important thing because it made you feel better. Stop worrying about what everybody else thinks, okay? Yeah, you came in, you said what you needed to say. Stop worrying about it. What do you intuitively feel that they feel, okay? Here they both are, these masculines, all right? They already knew that this was going to happen in some sense, which means they probably processed and talked about it before it happened because they already sort of like felt you were going to do this, which is fine. And there's no negative cards here at all. They actually think it's positive, but they knew what was going on in some sense here. and they knew that the environment you were in was toxic in some sort of way. So they're sort of happy that you spoke out, okay? So in that sense, yes, it is positive. You're able to now focus on your work. That's why it's positive to them. Because they're just bosses. And they have no emotional tie to you. They pay for your wages. They pay for what you need to do. So they think it's positive that you've been released from that environment if it was going to affect your work. Okay? Okay, beautiful Ty. I don't know if you wanted another question or you... or not. Don't over to... How does Jordan feel about this? What just happened? Aye, aye, aye. Okay. I feel that they're going to come and apologize to you. I feel that I don't think they feel bad or good in any sort of way. It's a very like level here. You've got the Two of Cups, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Eight of Cups, that's you walking away, right? The Three of Cups, which is like, as long as you're happy. It's a sort of like, either way, it doesn't really affect him, I'm seeing. But I do feel that in the future, he could possibly come in and say, you know, how you going? It's almost like, you know, when someone gets in a lift or walks past you every day in the corridor and you see them at work or whoever these people, you know, and you just nod and it ends up being hi when you first see them, and then through the day it's just like a nod, and then it ends up being like nothing at all, or like it gets awkward saying hi to people like the same person 5 times a day. It's that type of energy. So it's really, it's negligent what he thinks. And I do think he thinks that you guys had a connection. He possibly thinks as well that he may have a better chance with you in a really weird way now you're not working together. Okay? You know, if this is something you want, you can make that choice to see this person out of work, right? I wouldn't have anything more to do with them at work. Because that could cause problems, right? I think there's love coming in for you. I'm just not sure if it's this person, but there's definitely a relationship coming in for you. In the near future, I'm going to say August, September. Okay, who is this person coming in? Because I don't feel it's him, but it's possible. If you want that to happen, by you doing this and leaving that work group and then going, and he may think, you know, that the attention's been taken away there, and I'm just not sure whether he'd be the right person though, if you do start a relationship there. I think I think for you, you're moving in the right direction, because this Wheel and Star came out in your first question, and I really just feel it, Spirit just keeps saying like, you need to really focus on your own goals, your own dreams, your own luck, good fortune that Jupiter has there. Instead of focusing on this person, you've now going to walk away and to be happy about that, okay? Three of Cups. You've also got this card that came out. We know this is about him, but all the cards that came out for your question 1 are the same cards as it's coming out for question 2. Now, it can mean that it's mirroring, but I really feel it's more so saying you need to really refocus your direction, tension back on what you're doing in your own life, and start possibly looking at who else is out there, okay? Because we've got the Ace of Cups and Seven of Cups. This is about getting curious. This is about like possibly dating. You know, if it's this person, it's this person. And it doesn't mean to say that he'd be the wrong person, because you may get along outside of work or not working together. I don't know what it is you want or what this person's done to you. So it depends upon that as well, of course. Okay, who is next on the list? That's okay, Chanley. I'm going to find your list though, because I haven't wrote anyone down. Kritika, Anshita, Roxy. Who's here that hasn't been here before? I will not be on for too much longer. It's almost painful being on at this time of the day. Like literally, Chanley, you'll be last, I think. Like this is like painful, Chanley. Okay, I know you're on and you moderate for the channel like in the PM, but morning is just like, what the? Yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Hi, I'm Grace. Stefani, post your first question. I'm just going to pull some cards for Chanley. I will take donations from now on. Stefani's after Chanley, because I have said Chanley first. Okay, Stefani. Otherwise, I was going to go, but I'll honour my donations. May I get a reading from spirit level? Anyone who likes to come through, also for my dreams have been blocked off. I don't remember them. I don't remember my dreams, and I don't feel that you're supposed to remember all your dreams, or that all your dreams are significant, because I don't think that all your dreams are significant. Our brain, we will probably never understand exactly how it works, but I think a lot of things are on a subconscious level, or we're in the middle of dream state where we're in the middle of being awake and being asleep, and our brain is always active. But then there's the dreams that you really remember, okay? If there's anyone specific from spirit, there is a grandfather figure that is around you, Chanley. I'm also getting the name Derek. Derek. Okay, Derek. Maybe you like the show Derek. You know? That show that's on, I think it's still on Netflix. I don't know why that came up, Chanley. Okay, let's have a look. If you're trying to figure something out right now, Chanley, if you're trying to like get more information, whatever it may be, however that relates to you, the answers are within. You already know the answers and you already know what to do. So there's a need here which is telling me that you need to trust yourself a lot more, okay? And to know, yeah, so Hermit energy, Virgo energy here as well. If you are around a lot of noise, a lot of drama, a lot of chaos, I am in my workplace. So when I come home, I love to be like on my own and have my own space and just see my partner and just be by myself, okay? And it's really brings me a lot of peace. I love coming on and doing readings. And so there's something here about in silence, peace prevails type of energy here, okay? And the answers are within you if you're trying to figure something out. So this is quite a spiritual reading in a sense, where being alone right now and spending time on your own, you will be able to get the answers that you are seeking to like life. So you could be feeling very philosophical at this time, okay? You need to get grounded. I do feel that you need to do like a base or root chakra meditation. The color red would be very good, going in the, you know, putting your feet or using a grounding mat. I don't know if them grounding mats work. I'd like to try one. During war, oh, Grandpa passed away before I was born. That doesn't matter. I actually see him walking a dog. So I don't know if you know if he had a dog, but I saw him walking a dog. Okay. And he did have a hat on actually, and they did used to wear hats, didn't they? Back in the day, okay? Get rid of the clutter in your life, whether this be people, situations, things, material things. Releasing things will be very good for you right now. Being very grateful for what you have. Prayer through prayer, gratitude, and grace for what you have. Because we have so much and some people have so little, right? You may want to like look at your family tree. You may want to find out who your lineage, like who was in your lineage, who are your ancestors. You may be doing some research on that. If you've ever wanted to like join ancestry.com or what all those other ones, like to like, I'm sure ancestry.com is the best one, to find out like who your people were and where they lived and how they worked and what they did. Okay? You need to really get rid of the clutter, okay? They do, I have one. What did you have? You have one what? They do, I have one. Okay, so support is all around you. You have a lot of ancestral support. I do feel that you'll possibly have people in your life. I think that you need to work upon trusting others. That is showing up and getting that Seven of Swords type of energy or Hermit energy where you prefer to be alone because at least you know what you're dealing with yourself. Okay, you have the grounding mat. Okay, they do work. Cool. I'd like to buy one. Maybe I'll buy one. Right, let's have a look. We have King of Wands in your immediate right now. Okay, you have Six of Wands. And then you have Two of Wands. Wow, a lot of fire energy here. Who's the King of Wands around you? Who's the masculine? What's the brother? Is this somebody that you work with? I feel there's someone at a distance that you've thought about visiting or that you stay in touch with. You may even have met this person online, okay? Or you may be meeting someone online. I feel there's like distance between you and a person here. This person's very successful at what they do. It may be in their career or within their relationship with your sister, because you said brother-in-law. Maybe that's the person that's on your mind. Maybe they're thinking about traveling or they're thinking about working away. I'm also getting the services or the forces. So maybe you've got like a military family or always had like military people sort of like come into your family. Okay. Now I've got another masculine. I think it's a different person. I don't think it's like your brother-in-law or... This is a love relationship, okay? And I've got the dogs in this picture again. Maybe they're the one with the dog. Okay. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Perhaps you meet this person through your career, your work, on the way to work. Who knows? Okay. This person is very financially secure. I don't feel they've come in yet, just because of the amount of cards I've put out, 5, 6 cards. It's usually like, that would be like a later time frame with that many cards. They haven't sort of like come out first in the reading. They're very focused on their job, business. They're focused on making money. They could also be very like successful in their own right, as in their business. And this person is, I do feel like, in a romantic sense. I don't think you know them. I'm seeing the moon. Let's see what comes out. Yeah, there you go. The Lovers. Ten of Cups, what you don't see coming. There's a relationship coming in towards you. Okay, you need to leave yourself open for this. And because of that, you need to really like be grateful for everything you have and be grateful for what's about to come in. Clear some things out to make space for love. Okay. And I do feel there's support around you. What's going on with you and your mother as well? I'm picking that. I'm sensing something there. Let's move on to who is here? Who's here? Stefani, post your question about your job. Are you currently working? What's next job-wise, Stefani? Are you currently working? Let me know, okay? Are you currently working? Like, do you currently have a job? Are you looking for a job? Let's pull out past, present, future energy. Just the tarot, okay? Just the tarot. Let's see what's here. Stefani, if there's anyone that, there's someone just walked into my space. Blue. Okay, straight up behind me, okay? Stefani, who's past that you want to talk to? Okay, not working currently. Let's have a look and see. Somebody is past that wants to come in and talk to you. All right. So unless they tell me who they are, you can tell me who you think it may be. And they are often around you now. They're right in my space, but that's okay. Okay. All right. I'll just leave that with you. Recent past. You have been waiting for offers. I do feel that you've probably like, there's a lot of noise going on here. I feel that you have like applied for quite a few jobs. You've got quite a few, or had a few appointments, a few interviews. You've had a few, maybe a couple of offers that you've not necessarily been interested in. You're waiting like for the right person to come along, okay? I feel that you have had some really good news recently in regards to this job. So let me just have a look at your original question. I can't find it anymore. Not working somewhere resume, government structure, but I don't know if they will call me. Hold on. Let me just, yeah, okay. I do think you're going to be contacted. And I think you're going to be contacted by a masculine energy that may possibly want to interview you, okay? There's a lot of career success coming your way here, and you're also going to be able to save again, I want to say. You've really possibly thought a lot about where you've put your money in the past, where is it all gone type of energy, okay? And this time, and it's taken you maybe a little bit of time to heal from financial difficulties, and this time you're like, right, I'm going to make a 5-year plan, a 7-year plan. I feel it's like a 7-year plan. You need to talk to me, Stefani, please. You're not talking to me. Okay. Yeah, this new this new beginning, double Aries here. There's a really strong connection, Stefani, for masculines around you in regards to your career, okay? All right, and it is time that you stepped into a really good career, and I think that you're going to do really, really well with this and be very excited about it, okay? I'm not saying it's the government job, but I'm saying it is a job, okay, in not very long way. July, possibly July, even hearing in the next week about this, even a phone call, just because we've got the 6 of Wands here for the month of June, and then we've got the 7, which is next. When Spirit does that, and then we've got the 8, 6, 7, 8. So this is showing me like you will be able to do something in progression here, and we've got 6, 7, 8, which is June, July, August, okay? By the end of August or by the end of July, you're definitely starting something, okay? Sorry, I don't know what to say. I did ask you if you know anyone in spirit that has passed, because someone walked straight up behind me. So let me know, okay? Post your second question. And it would be somebody significant, okay? This wouldn't be someone just like checking things out, okay? This is someone significant, of significance, okay, in your life. And more like of a male energy, okay? What's coming in next in love? Single, let's have a look at recent past, present, future with person. I always do past, present, and future because it lets me know where you are in your journey, like in your spiritual journey, and whether you're ready for love or not, okay? Or where your twin flame is, or your soulmate in that journey, okay? Right, to come towards you. It may be your grandparents. It may be. I was actually picking up, before I even started my live today, so I'm beginning with B, okay? Stefan, oh cool. I do feel it was a male figure. I should have said that before. But I was like, Betsy, if you know anyone called Betsy or Bessie or someone beginning with B, maybe significant, okay? Hi, Queen, but I'm leaving in a minute. Queen, I'm leaving because it's been, unusual time of day for me. And it's not, all my lives are great, but I love the PM lives. I really do, okay? I love the PM lives. All right, let's have a look and see love, recent past for you. Where, something's been very, very hard. I'm also picking up German with you as well, Stefani. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but there's a German heritage possibly with your grandparents, great-grandparents here, or something in the lineage there. All right, and it is out, and it comes through the cards because before we had the Empress and the Emperor, and they came through, and then the brothers came through before that, okay. All right, recent past with love, you've got something has been quite difficult, something has been very difficult, and you're ready to start afresh. There could even been someone that was in your sort of like peripheral, maybe an older male, okay. You can donate if you want, Queen. I feel bad asking you to donate though, or letting you donate though, because like you moderate for me all the time. Okay. Sorry, we are on a reading here. It is time you had love in your life. Okay. It's definitely time, Stefani, that you've had love in your life. You learned a lot from those problems, though, whatever problems they were in the past. You learn a lot. Don't think that it was in vain. It was not in vain. You learn a lot. You were able to grow. The Page of Pentacles talks about, learning, okay, growing as a person. And under the Emperor, this can actually be you too, like this armor. Don't put the wall up, though, too much, okay? You want to be open. But it is time, because in your present, you've got the Judgment energy and the Six of Wands, and you are very ready for a relationship, okay? You've possibly done a lot of thinking about, like, the toxic relationships you've been in. We've got the Devil in the reverse, and how you've handled it, and how Spirit wants to really pat you on the back to say that you have handled it really, really well, and handled the what you've been through, okay, and come out the other side and still had that dedication to finding love, or just to feeling like not sort of phased by, there's possibly been many issues with very toxic partners, okay, and this is saying that you've done so well, basically. Not just coming out the other side of it, but really understanding that what you've learned from it, I feel. And not repeating the same mistakes again with the Devil in the reverse. Future energy. The Chariot in the upright, really nice. The King of Wands in the upright, ooh la la. The Knight of Swords. So something will happen when the Knight of Swords and a masculine and a love question comes out, or a feminine, whoever I'm reading for. This is something happening really, really fast that Spirit is bringing in for you. Okay, the Chariot's always Spirit helping. Okay, And just when you don't expect it, the Hermit's right next to it. Perfect tarot story that I always bring out, and these cards always come up. Something really quickly is going to happen out of nowhere, and you won't expect it at all. Okay. And there they are. King of Wands, King of Pentacles. So this is someone who's very stable in what they do. They're very self-accomplished. They've already got a lot financially, business-wise. They're already stable. And there's a lot of passion there between you both. Okay. But it's when you completely least expect it. Completely least expect it. It's when you're probably really focusing on your career or your money, and then all of a sudden this person will come in and you're like, oh, it had to happen now. It's the right time, okay? And you're going on a new journey with a new person. All right? The right person, because of the lessons you have learned, okay? I would just say you still got some healing to do in your mental with what has happened, because I think there's been a lot of betrayal, and to really work on that now before your person comes in, because you don't want to bring that baggage into a new relationship, okay? We've got the King of Cups. This person is going to love you and love you unconditionally, right? But you have trust issues, and this is your clarity to say that you need to work on that and do that healing, okay? Queen, post your question. You will be last. If you've missed your reading today, I will be on live. If you're in the US now, I will be on live at 6, between 6 and 7 p.m., between 6 and 6:30 p.m., New York Eastern Standard Time. Do not be late, okay? Because I do get very busy on those PMs, as many of you know. And if you set your alarm for 6 and get on live and wait, then you will definitely get your reading done if you are one of the first on the list. But I usually only get through about 4 of the free reads on the PM reads. Okay. Have a wonderful day too, Cherry. Make sure you come on tomorrow or tonight, wherever you are. It's New York Eastern Standard Time, between 6 and 6:30 p.m. Okay, Queen. Well, you were the last person I'm pretty sure that I read for last night, okay? And we had an interesting live, didn't we, Queen, last night? Okay, so I know you're going to start. Well, maybe Jermaine will come back in. I don't know. But the pictures you sent, they were definitely him. Okay. I actually saw him a little bit darker skin, so I don't know why. The photos you sent, he was sort of shown with. I know he's African American, but it was more like darker skin from what I saw him. But the face is exactly the same, eyes exactly the same, lips exactly the same. Okay, so it was him, Queen. But, and I know you're writing frantically your question here right now, but it was very cool to see those photos of you guys, and really shocking, yeah, what happened. But I'm glad I channeled. I hope you're there. I've just ranted, okay? Well, not ranted, but went on a little bit too much then. Queen, I'm shuffling your cards. We're going to use the Sacred Traveler. I haven't used them. I didn't use them last night. It's just a different reading. Okay. So you know that Sean was involved in the same thing. I'm not quite sure what you mean by involved in the same thing. Should I entertain Sean seriously? All right, should Queen entertain Sean seriously? I mean, is that what he wants? Jermaine is saying that you can relax, like you can relax with this person. I understand what you mean about Sean, yes. You can relax with this person, okay? This is some part of healing that's happening here for you, and it's all to do with forgiveness. Hi Joan, I will be live tonight. Yes. So it's ironic that you're involved with someone now who was involved in the same thing. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, exactly right. And it's ironic that you should be involved with that person, Sean, right? I'm going to pull some tarot on what Jermaine thinks, because I do feel he's around. Your granny's not here, but I feel that Jermaine is still sort of like around. And I actually feel that, and I've got to be careful when, and I know Jermaine's fine, his energy's fine. I have to be careful though. I have to probably protect my energy a little bit more when I'm pulling in spirit all the time, okay? Expect the wondrous to emerge. I talked about genies in bottles yesterday, okay? And he, you know, he's going to be there and bring really nice people and things into your life. Just know that who's in your life is supposed to be in your life. I don't think Jermaine would sort of let that happen, or your granny would let that happen. You're highly protected here, okay? You got the Ten of Pentacles. What else do we have? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Ace of Cups and Nine of Cups. I feel it's okay with them because you are protected, okay, as well. And I don't see any, or I don't feel any energy with Sean that is negative, okay? And that's clarifying that. Always be careful with the barriers that you need to put up, or the boundaries, I should say, with people. But enjoy love. I mean, the Nine and the Ace of Cups is Ten of Cups, and we have the Ten of Pentacles with the lovers. So basically the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles with the lovers. You're asking about Sean and what Jermaine or your granny thinks. They're saying relax, everything's fine. And part of accepting him into your life is, in a way, forgiveness to Jermaine. It's very karmic. I hope this is making sense to you. There's forgiveness required here. Look at that, injustice. Justice in the reverse. You just said it makes you feel cheated or unjust, and the justice card just came out in the reverse. There's something to do with and really strong Libran energy. So I don't know if anyone, like one of them is a Libra, I don't know. You could be the Libra, but I don't know. And we've got Gemini here as well. We've got the month of September, October. It's going to be very, very significant in regards to your relationship with Sean. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Like I said, masculine here. Let's have a look at this. It's like I keep seeing, or I keep hearing the word ironic. And it's like, yeah, he was involved in a similar lifestyle, but he wants to better himself. He wants to change. It's almost like you've been given another chance with this person because they want to change. and you're putting a wall up. It could be an emotional wall. You could be really setting very strong boundaries. Maybe too strong. Okay, so there's a real need to get grounded here and to get emotionally understanding of yourself so that you can make clear, concise and correct decisions and not put that wall up too much, because I think that everything is okay, and expect the wondrous to emerge. This is saying here with this miracles energy. Okay, there is a need for you to do more meditation, to pray more, to be like connected to spirit a lot more possibly than you are. Okay, look at that wall that you're putting up, because you're worried about this. Okay, but you need to expect this. So right now, you know your boundaries, you're putting up your emotional wall a little bit too much, you have been through a lot, and this is saying like there is a fine line between the devil and the star. And you already know when to remove yourself from a toxic situation and when to embrace your hopes and dreams and wishes. Okay, so it's like you know right from wrong. The answers are within you, Queen. Okay, meditate more, speak to your guides, ask them to bring you messages. Now, I don't know, you know those like little swizzle sticks or even like a toothpick or something that you stir the drink with? And I don't know if Jermaine drank whiskey, and I see him just stirring this drink. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. Let me know, okay? While you're answering that, I'm just going to pull another couple of cards for what you need to know. You've had a lot of healing in the last couple of days, and I think this week is a lot about you and your healing, because I think Jermaine was the most significant spirit that came through. Okay, all right. So let me know if he like drank whiskey. There's something about like stirring whiskey with a swizzle stick, right? I think they call them swizzle sticks, don't they? Okay, let's have a look and see what else is here. I will be on live, guys, at 7:30. No, I won't. I keep saying 7:30. Maybe I won't get. Maybe I'll get up late. I don't know. Between 6 and 6:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow evening or this evening. If you're in the US, it will be this evening. Okay, playfulness. Just have fun right now, Queen. Have lots of fun. Do things that you like to do when you were a child. Okay, open that inner child. Be more playful. Be more fun. Bring that wall down. Okay. Because you are building a wall up and you are too afraid to let in someone, okay? Right, so be playful, enjoy yourself, and spend time with friends. There's something here about connecting to friends as well, okay? Thank you so much for being here today. I'm sorry if you missed your reading. I usually go on for 2 hours on a PM, so if you missed today, go on this evening between 6 and 6:30 PM New York Eastern Standard Time. I will see you then. Thank you, Chanley. Thank you, Queen, and I'll see you tonight. Bye.